It started 18 years ago as a bit of a hobby to fill a need for gluten-free and allergen-free foods.
And now, Namaste Foods is a thriving business that sells millions of products a year. Deis takes us inside the Coeur d'Alene company in Made in the Northwest.
Gluten-free and allergen-free foods are everywhere these days, but they weren't in 2000 when Daphne Taylor started Namaste Foods.
Thought I would just give it a try and see if I could come up with some recipes that would be good and that people who are struggling with food challenges could eat.
It started with just 4 baking mixes and grew organically. Namaste didn't advertise. It didn't even have a brochure.
In spite of ourselves, it continued to grow by word of mouth and just people loving the food.
It now offers over 50 products. Baking mixes are still its mainstay.
That's what primarily people know us for.
But it also makes plenty of what it calls bridge foods, things like pastas, noodle soups, and even cake cups.
So a way to try to help people move to a healthier lifestyle with foods that are more approachable and familiar to people.
And everything is free of the top 8 allergens.
Gluten/wheat is one. Soy, eggs, dairy, tree nuts, peanuts, shellfish. And fish.
Namaste Foods moved into its own facility in 2011 after cutting ties with co-packers who didn't meet their high standards.
So you can kind of see some of the checks and balances we put in place to make sure our food is good and safe and clean and healthy, and we'll never regret that decision.
The mixes start by loading up the ingredients and dumping them into one of Namaste's 2 massive blenders.
It's blended up for 20 minutes or so. It's dropped into what we call a tote, a big tote.
After the mix is tested, it's taken to the production line where the mix is first filled into bags. Then it's packaged, partly by machine and partly by hand. And finally, it's boxed and ready to ship. It all moves pretty fast.
We go up to 45, 50 a minute for some of the lighter products.
Taylor says Namaste's 35 employees are producing about 5 to 10 million units a year, and they don't plan on slowing down.
We've never had a year that we haven't grown, so we're very happy about that.
You can find Namaste Foods at locally owned grocery and health food stores like Pilgrim's Market in Coeur d'Alene.
Those local people have really been key to our success.
As the company continues to grow, it's focusing more on online sales, but it also plans to start contract manufacturing out of its allergen-free facility.
We feel like we've got it down pretty darn well right now, and so we want to offer that service.
But whatever the future holds, Namaste is at peace knowing that its products
are the safest, cleanest products on the market for people with food allergies.
For Made in the Northwest, I'm Deis, KXOI 4 News.